Yo,
Yo, yo.
yo, how you doing, dude?
Good, good. How are you?
Good. How are finals?
Uh, Tough. Got
Tough.
two more.
Two more.
Alright.
I got a few more myself too. Dude, I was just calling you real quick to tell you about my ecology class, dude.
Your ecology class.
Yeah. So we had a project, and it involved
Okay.
us going outdoors. I just wanted to tell you about it a little bit.
Alright.
All right. So the project that we did, well, we decided to research a lot of like water animals. More specifically, we decided to research like ducks, geese, and like other species of ducks and other species of geese.
Okay.
So our project, the main gist was, or the research question in short terms was, how does time of day and bodies of water affect the biodiversity of waterfall?
What is biodiversity?
Oh shoot. Okay, so biodiversity is basically like all the different kinds of life you can find in one area. So in our case, it's like all the different like species of birds you can find, like
Oh,
water birds you
okay.
can find.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Alright.
what we basically looked at was like how does the time of day affect like the species abundance of different like species of waterfowl birds, like different species of ducks, geese, how different times of day affect like if they're more around or not,
Yeah, I
and
get what you mean.
how do different types of body like like bodies of water like rivers and ponds affect it? Because like ponds, they typically have more like human interactions, whereas like with rivers, it's more like natural and there's like no disturbances like human disturbances unless there's like deforestation or like if there's like huge amounts of like rainfall and then like the I guess the water is elevated, water rises.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so the way we collected our data basically is we selected 8 different locations. So we selected 4 different ponds and 4 different I want to say different not rivers. We just did the American River, but 4 different like streams of rivers. So upstream and downstream, and like how close it was to like lakes. So we chose the aquatic center, for example, and it's
Did
like
you
kind of
actually
like
go there?
yeah. So what we did
Oh.
is we would go there. It was a group project, so I worked with Vincent, Devin, and Cameron, and each of us we went to 2 different locations. So I went to FER, and I also did there's a river right next to Sacramento State, or Sac State, the school we go to.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
river. Yeah,
yeah.
there's a there's a little passageway, and you can just walk by the river. So what we did basically was we would go at different times. So every day, or not every day. So we would select one day to do our test. So we would go there twice. So the first time we would go at 8, and around like 8 to 10 a.m. we would go there, and we would count for 20 minutes, and then we would come back to the same location at around 4 to 6 p.m. And we really wanted to keep our locations like random. So like we didn't want to just walk to an area where we saw like a lot of birds beforehand. So what we did is
Right.
we would ask like Siri to flip a coin to choose like which direction, like left or right, to walk around like the plane of water. So like we would walk up to like the river, flip a coin. If it's heads, we'd go left, and we would also ask Siri to choose a number between like 0 to 50 to see how many yards we would walk, like left or right. And
Okay.
the way we like calculated like yards, because like it's without like I guess a meter, we would just use our phones because there's like a measuring app on on iTunes. We all have it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we basically counted the different species of birds. Uh, that's what we did. Besides, like we had to make graphs too to present in our class. But I don't really want to go into too detail with you. I'll just let you know what the results were. We saw more biodiversity in areas where there were more people around. So typically that was like ponds, and then also the aquatic center had a lot of ducks because there was people there feeding like the birds. So
Right.
when I say ducks, it's because we did see more ducks than like geese and other species. We saw a couple of swans, but it was mostly mallards. And yeah, the ponds had a lot of ducks. Um, Especially in the PM towards like the evening, towards not evening, afternoon. So it was, yeah, less ducks, less species, less waterfowl diversity in the river, and more diversity in ponds. Basically, the main findings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now you're wondering probably, why did we do this? Why did we choose ducks, right? Well, not ducks specifically, but why did we choose waterfowl? Well,
Okay. Yeah.
I told you in the beginning, like they're pretty waterfowl are important because, they're really important for our aquatic center, like ecosystem. The aquatic ecosystem, they both consume vegetation and they provide food for other species.
Wait, you said what?
Oh,
Ducks?
so waterfowl, so ducks.
Oh, water.
Yeah, waterfowl, yeah. So waterfowl, and so when I say ducks, since we saw more ducks, we call it the duck project. It's like a thing, a little like a group.
Okay.
But in reality, we also we looked at like swans and geese. So the correct term is waterfowl.
Yeah,
We
I've
looked
never
at
heard that
waterfowl. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know what that word was either when we first started. We all four of us Googled the term before we started this project. So yeah, waterfowl are very important for our aquatic ecosystem. They contribute to both, consuming vegetation, and they also provide food for other species. So like ducks and like geese, swans, they eat the small insects in the river. They poop it out in the river or on the sides of the river. It's just a cycle. It's a biological cycle.
Yep.
They're also important because, birds, not just, ducks, geese, and swans, but like birds in general, they typically they're the ones that transport and spread like various diseases, and that can be harmful to like, humans and other animals. And it's important to track like, the biodiversity and like species abundance of, different, I guess, species of ducks, because they can potentially spread different diseases because of the behavior, And one of the things that one of the relevance of our study was that we were like, researching their behavior. If there's more species or more abundance in areas where there's more people. So if, yeah, basically it.
So if there's more, because people are like feeding them or something?
Yeah. Basically, there's the reason why there's more like ducks and ducks, geese, and swans and other species in like areas like ponds is because people just feed them, and it's like they get used to it. They're like, okay, free food. I don't have to go out and hunt for my own food. They just stay there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's basically it. You have any questions?
I don't think so.
I think so.
No.
Pretty
That was very
straightforward.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I had fun doing it.
You did this the whole semester?
Not the whole semester. So the whole semester, we did a similar study, but with like different plant species, like on the levee. So on different sides of the river, we would. Yeah, I can tell you all about it later.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it?
We only did this. It took us like 3-4 weeks, honestly.
Oh, okay.
We planned it all out, and we conducted the project, and I want to say a span of a week and a half. We had to redo one of our spots because we didn't do a random sampling method, so we just chose a spot because we thought it was cool, and yeah, we just had to redo that. Yeah, we just wanted to keep it
random.
straightforward. Yeah, random. All right, dude.
All right.
It was good talking to you. I just wanted to get that, off of my chest. I just wanted to tell someone about the project we did.
It sounds very interesting. I've never done a project like that. So.
All right, dude. Well, I'll talk to you
Alright.
later.
Alrighty, talk to you later. Good luck with finals.
Thank you, man. You too.
Yeah. See ya.
All right, peace.
Bye.